In this video, I'm gonna share with you how to take advantage of bad weather in landscape photography. I am right now in the Dolomites and the weather has been very bad since yesterday evening. It started raining as I was finishing a hike and it continues now to rain for about a day now. And by the way, if you're interested, I released a video about the hike I did yesterday and you can click on the link up here, and this is a great video where I'm sharing with you tips about what gear you can bring on a hike during the day and some tips about photography. And of course, I had great conditions because the weather was really dramatic. But for now, we're gonna go to a location which is called the Earth Pyramids here in the Dolomites. And this is a location which is especially good when the weather is bad because it creates a certain atmosphere, and I have really high hopes here because there are a lot of low-hanging clouds around the area, and I'm really hoping that those Earth Pyramids are really amazing with this weather. So I hope that we're gonna go and share a lot of tips with you and also take amazing photographs. So let's get going. So I'm finally at my destination. Actually, I arrived about, I guess, 30 or 45 minutes ago. But when I arrived, a group of photographers arrived right at the same time. So there were a lot of people around, and I didn't feel comfortable filming, taking a lot of space, and also talking in front of everybody. And having to do my video like this would be rather uncomfortable for me and for them too. But anyways, now I'm all alone because it's raining quite a bit, and I'm not complaining. It's not too cold, although it's end of October, but still it's still acceptable. So yeah, as I said, I'm on location, so I'm not sure if you can see very well what's happening behind. Well, actually, right now you can't see anymore. Like 5-10 minutes ago, you could see the mountain on the background. There is a church, and the church was backed by a mountain, and it was all the scenery very beautiful and very moody. And that's actually the very important thing when you're like going out on a rainy day, on a gray day where there are like a lot of clouds, and especially in the mountains, clouds are going fast here and there. And that's the thing, you want this atmosphere to create a very dramatic effect, to create this atmosphere, this ambience that you might have, which is just so I can't even explain how much I like it, that the atmosphere is so dark and moody. So yeah, that's what I was looking for. And I guess what's more important, it's what's happening right there. So I'm gonna turn a little bit the camera. I'm gonna do it live so that you guys can see. So there is my camera here. So now I have my XF 100 to 400 millimeters on it, which is equivalent on full frame to something like 200 to or 150 to 600 millimeters. So it's a very long lens, but it's really cool because I don't know, I guess you can see it a little bit on the back of the camera. There is like all these peaks over there, which are called the Earth Pyramids. Basically, these are like cones of Earth with topped by a stone, and this is a phenomenon that's created as the rain is falling, and there is like basically it's created when there is periods of rain and periods of drought. So basically when there is the rain digs the earth around and around some part of earth, and during period of drought the earth becomes very strong and very tough. And as the cycle continues like this, there is an erosion that gets created, especially as the water kind of erodes the earth when after a period of drought, and there is a stone that stays on top, and over time the stones fall and the cycle continues, and there are like new pyramids that are created, and other pyramids that are like dying. So now you know a little bit more about this phenomenon. And it's really amazing because in this moody situation, you really have kind of an atmosphere around them. So unfortunately, there is no clouds or whatever that appeared as I was here. So that's a little bit tricky, but or not tricky, but that's a little bit sad because I would have liked to have this very strong atmosphere, but it didn't happen right now. And the other thing that happened, and that's something I caught with this camera, and I guess you can see the video here that I'm putting, is that there are like, since we are in fall, there are like some trees that are like very beautifully colored, like yellow, oranges, a little bit of green as well that remains from the summer colors, and it just creates like some amazing contrasts on those earth pyramids, because they are growing among them some parts of it, and I guess that's what you can see here, and it's that's just creating amazing atmosphere, trust me. And the beautiful thing is that because of the rain, all of this is emphasized. So basically, all the strong colors of the trees, or let's say the colorful trees, are even emphasized because of the rain. There's like kind of saturation that's created on them, and that's really amazing. That's just exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, I'm fairly happy. I took also another photograph, which I guess you can see also here. It's you can see the video I recorded. Basically, I just focused my attention on the earth pyramids, the top of them, and I caught some few pictures here and there of some that were placed as I liked, and of course there are like infinity of compositions. So I might show you this, and other photographers might show you something different, but that's still something which is really beautiful. And I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of the pictures I took so that you can also enjoy and see the work I've done here. Hi guys, just a quick reminder. In case you are not subscribed yet to my channel, then feel free to click on the subscribe button below or here in the corner. That would be really amazing. I really hope to reach the 1,000 subscriber by the end of this year. I know that my channel is quite young, and I really hope that I'm bringing you a lot of added value, that you're learning something when you're watching my videos, and that you are having a lot of fun and discovering new places, and that's also inspiring for you. And this last point, being inspiring, is something really important for me. So really guys, if you want to support me and keep seeing some of my videos, then that would be really amazing to subscribe and also to like this video. That would be really great. Thank you very much. As I was shooting earlier, when there was this group around, then the sky in front of us was totally uncovered, and basically there was like a beautiful mountain that was surrounded by all these clouds, and we could just see the top of it, and that created an amazing atmosphere. So I tried to catch it as I could over there, because I think that was really interesting to capture this atmosphere, this beautiful atmosphere of clouds and mountains. And I think that's what comes with this kind of weather, is that you know that the atmosphere will be moody, that's for sure, but you never know when it will appear. And right now, so as I was here, there was maybe 5-10 minutes of kind of clear weather where we could see a little bit further away, and now the clouds came back and it's raining like fairly strongly again, and I might have to wait another half an hour until this happens. I'm not even sure. Maybe in half an hour it's going to get worse, the weather. It's very unpredictable in the mountain. So when you come to shoot under the rain, be prepared to wait and to take your time. So bring like warm clothes and make sure you're not going to be wet, because you might have to wait a fair bit of time, to be honest. So, but the moment the weather will clear a little bit, you might get some magical shots, or at least very interesting ones that you might never catch when you go out when the sky is blue, or when you have like just normal clouds and like a very clear view. So yeah, it's really important to be patient and to observe slowly. Trust me, at some point it will unveil, and that's gonna be great. As the rain is getting stronger, I have really the feeling I need to move. So I know there is another spot a little bit further there. So I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna shoot over there, and I will speak with you and share with you a little bit what I'm doing over there. So let's speak in a minute.
Let's take the Jeep along to my dad. I know just the thing to do. Don't mind the law, hard on our heels. No one's gonna come for you. I believe we're here for a while, then we die. But I believe this love.
I finally reached my second spot, and as I arrived here, I immediately spotted this area, which is right at the beginning of the place where people can just enjoy the view. And what I truly like about this composition here is that it's going to be fairly different from the other ones I'm going to take, because we are going to frame the picture with the trees which are above and the trees which are at the bottom too. We will have in the middle ground this the earth pyramid, and on the, well, we could say second middle ground, the houses that are on the top, which are like typical houses from the mountains in this region. And on the background, we'll have a little bit of opening over the mountains over there. So that's definitely something that will change, and that's gonna be interesting to see. So I'm gonna keep this composition for later on, because right now I have my XF 100 to 400 millimeters, and I want to catch some of the earth pyramids from this angle, and let's see what it gives. We're gonna come back to this composition in a moment. So I finally came on the other side of this small area, and I basically now record with this camera, and you can see it on the screen here, the same small pot of trees that's among the earth pyramids. And that's really amazing, because from this angle I have the feeling that we get a little more depth and a little, of course, different angle, but I have the feeling that this angle is a little more refined compared to the other one I had on the other spot. And that's just like really wonderful. I just like how it all feels a little more extended compared to the other one, where we had like a big mass of the earth pyramids, and here we have like only small ones that are like very extended, and that kind of give like a really different atmosphere. We really have the impression that it's a different location. And in general, I also took some of the other parts a little more broader pictures, so that we can give a little more context of about the area and see a little more what's going on. And I guess now I'm going to show you some few pictures that I shot here, and then we're going to move to the other part I was talking about earlier, and let's hope for the best then. So, as I said before, I moved back to the initial composition that I saw when I arrived here. So I changed my lens, and I switched to the XF 18 to 55 millimeters. And right now I am shooting at about 35 millimeters on my APS-C. That must be something around 50 millimeters for full frame. And I guess you can see on the screen here what I'm seeing. And before that, I've been shooting at different focal lengths. So I've been shooting at 18 millimeters. That gives a lot more frame around, so a lot more trees, the houses and the earth pyramids being much further away than they are right now. So that's a little, there are a lot more things in the picture going on. And I prefer actually the one at 35 millimeters where we just have like a little bit of tree on the top, like a lot more focus on the earth pyramids and the houses on the background. And now we are very lucky as well because the sky uncovered a little bit and the clouds moved on the background, and we basically can see all the mountains, and that creates like a really wonderful atmosphere. So it's really a lot of fun shooting like this. It's not particularly the shot I'm doing always, because I usually prefer to use my wide angle lens, but wide angle lens here would be like just probably the most terrible idea. Definitely. I might try, and if you still look here on the camera, I'm gonna move this so that we can see. I'm gonna get back, and here it's what I have at 18 millimeters. So as you can see, it's fairly interesting, but we have a lot more going on, lot more trees, and I have the feeling that we're losing a little bit of the focus of what we really want to see in the picture. So you can see the plastic that I put to protect the water. Then I would go at about like 35 millimeters. That must be it. So I'm a little more at 35 millimeters here. Then we can like really focus a lot more on the houses, and without moving the camera, just zooming in. And then I would be like at 55 millimeters on my APS-C, and that would be what I would get. And that's still very interesting. But at the bottom of the image, I have the feeling that we are losing a little bit of the Earth pyramid. So I would still get back a little bit like this, and now I'm back to 35 millimeters. I guess that's the one I should go for. Or maybe try to move a little bit the tripod and see a little bit, or the camera, and see how I could get only the sky without the branches. But I guess that for now, that's definitely something really nice to see. And because of the atmosphere, the moody atmosphere, the rain and everything, all comes into place, and becomes like kind of very interesting, like a little bit saturated colors with a very dark sky, and that's just wonderful. I just really like the atmosphere it provides. So yeah, really nice session. A lot of water. Now actually the rain calmed down just before the trees, the little bit of wind and the water from the trees that fell on me. So yeah, a really good atmosphere. Can only recommend you to go out and enjoy this kind of stuff, because it's pure joy. I mean, with a bit of struggle because of the weather, but otherwise pure joy. Alright, so this is the end of this video. As you can see now, the weather cleared up a little bit and there are no clouds anymore, so you can finally see the view I was talking about earlier, about the mountains and all what's on the background. It's definitely beautiful, and it's like this now, and it's been like maybe half an hour to 1 hour until the clouds moved away. So I'm not sure if it will stay long or if the weather will clear up a little bit for today, but in any case, I really had a lot of fun with this session. It was not always easy because you always have the gear like wet and you need to protect it, so I use some plastic bags to protect it, and you need to be careful not to clean your lens to make sure you don't have a lot of water on them. But beyond this, that's really enjoyable. And on top of that, even though I'm now at a place where there are a lot of photographers at the moment in the Dolomites, because it's fall and they all come at this period, me included. So I was lucky to not have so many people. Although I had a group, beyond them, there were almost no tourists. So it was really amazing to shoot here. And guys, I really hope that you had a lot of fun watching this video. So I wish you good luck with your photography and see you next week for new adventures.